All right, welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive. Today, we're breaking down a Premier League match that, well, let's just say it was a wild one.
Definitely a match for the highlight reels.
Brentford versus Newcastle United, and oh boy, the goals were flying. We've got the match report here, and buckle up because this one was a roller coaster.
Absolutely. And this wasn't just your average goal fest. This match really showcased what Brentford's been doing all season, especially on their home turf.
They've been a force at home, haven't they?
Absolutely. Coming into this match, they were leading Europe's top 5 leagues in home goals scored, so, this wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, and they didn't waste any time showing why. 7 minutes in, Mbeumo finds the back of the net. Already their 23rd goal at home this season.
It's that attacking mindset right from the kickoff. That goal was a perfect example of what makes them so dangerous at home. And Mbeumo gets that long pass, cuts inside, and just like that, creates enough space to curl one past the keeper.
I mean, just beautiful execution. But Newcastle, gotta give them credit, they didn't just roll over. Isak answers right back with a header of his own.
Yeah, real back and forth stuff early on. Isak actually had another chance to put Newcastle ahead a bit later, but couldn't quite convert.
Which, you have to think about that missed opportunity because
Yeah, it comes back to haunt them, right? Because then, boom, Brentford strikes again.
Wissa this time. Almost the same exact spot as Mbeumo, cuts inside, fires at home. You could see Newcastle's defense just struggling to keep up.
Those fullbacks really looked overwhelmed by the pace. Both those goals were just textbook Brentford attacking play. Identify a weakness, exploit it relentlessly.
And they certainly found a weakness in Newcastle's defense because that pressure led to, well, let's just say a bit of a howler from Harvey Barnes on the Newcastle side.
Oh, yeah. It's tough because Barnes actually had a really solid game overall, even scored a brilliant goal to equalize later on.
He did, but that mistake leading to Wissa's goal, those are the moments that can really change the course of a match at this level.
No doubt about it. You can't afford those lapses against a team like Brentford.
Second half was just as crazy, back and forth, end to end, both teams pushing for the win. Brentford hits the woodwork. The tension was palpable.
That's when you really felt the momentum shift. Then, boom, Collins puts Brentford back in front.
Yeah, that goal came from a long free kick by Flecken. Just perfect placement.
More than just placement, though. It was that tactical awareness, that set-piece execution. Brentford clearly planned for those moments, and it paid off.
You could see Newcastle trying to find a way back in, throwing everything they had at Brentford's defense, but
They were relying a lot on those crosses into the box, which, Brentford handled pretty well. Tonali had a great chance late in the game with a header, but just couldn't keep it on target.
so close. And then, oh, that's all she wrote. Shade comes off the bench for Brentford, scores their 4th. Game over.
They were clinical all match long, created chances, took them, and that's what makes them so dangerous, especially at home.
So, big takeaway here. Brentford's home dominance continues. It's a theme this season. And Newcastle, despite their best efforts, just couldn't quite overcome it.
I think the big question now is, can Brentford keep this up? Can they turn this home dominance into something more? Could they be a contender for European qualification? It's a long season, but they're certainly a team to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. Well, that was a wild ride. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Brentford's victory. This Premier League season just keeps getting more and more exciting, doesn't it? Until next time.